Hey guys, what's up? Advanced Knife Bro here with another knife video. Sorry, I just wanted to see how it sounded to say it. Now, what niche knife are we going to explore our consumerist impulses with today? And have you thought about planning for retirement? What if I told you if you just buy knives, you don't have to worry about retirement? Now, today's knife, the Micro Shrike, I'm on strict orders to not baton. I wasn't ordered, I have free will, but as a personal code, you don't baton loaners or prototypes unless you're asked, you know. I need you to break this. You can count on me, sir. I'm an idiot. Now, if you're like me and you don't pay much attention to knives, here's a quick primer on the Micro Shrike. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't look it up. It looks like it's a pretty easy word to say. Now, the Micro Shrike, Urban EDC exclusive, or Urban Everyday Carry, is a smaller version of the custom full-size Shrike. Shrike is also a type of bird, and I'm kind of wondering when they're going to name a knife the booby. But the full-size custom Shrike, the knife, not the bird, is/was a 3 1/3 inch bladed everyday carry from Springfield, Missouri-based JRP knife and tool. However, this is the first production Shrike anywhere. There isn't one of those yet. The Micro. And here is how big it is on the title card. Now, I'm not a birder, and I don't know much about pocket knives, but I sure as shit know about Springfield, Missouri. Now, as a Missourian, born in St. Louis, I trickled my way down to exotic southern Missouri. You know, viewer, the Marble Hill area. And by third grade, I had settled in Mountain Home, Arkansas, which is where Springfield comes in. Springfield gets its fame in the north central Arkansas region because that's the only mall and is the mecca of the region because it has Bass Pro Shops. And I guess Branson has the outlet malls and fiddle theaters, but now where am I going with this? Nowhere. I just wasted 30 seconds of your time. You should have known better. Okay, the Micro Shrike. Now, as I write this, the Micro Shrike has moved to its next influencer stop. I believe it's Lefty EDC. But its memories are still here with me as I write and edit this. Also, luckily, I still have the footage because my memory is not very good. Anyway, the Micro Shrike is a pre-order, and I'm looking at a very close to actual production prototype, and it's made by Rayot. Knife people have an obsession with knowing which factory CNC's machines made their small batch production knives. And if they don't know, they get real tweaked about it. So you're welcome. I think pre-orders are closing in early September, and there are 3 flavors available. One is full titanium, and the other types have a different micarta with a different blade finish each. So there's 3, not 5. You get it? First, the blade. You weren't here for my life history. You're here for me to describe what you're seeing on screen or that I can read from the product description, right? And that's why knife videos are so important, because people hate reading. The blade is a drop point with a flat grind, and my version here features an acid-washed, finished M390. Now, as you know, M390 is a stainless steel that's considered a super steel, I guess, that I think is the main steel in at least 4 of the last 6 videos I've reviewed. Maybe one day it'll be the only steel. I think that's where we're going with this. Now, if you haven't heard of M390 by now, I think I kind of envy you. Now, the blade deploys by the thumb studs, which is the type of insight you're here for. The knife isn't massive, and it has a fairly strong detent. I wouldn't describe the knife as a fidgety, but more of a solid lockup and a medium flick. Think a little more of a Sebenza-ish speed knife, and you're kind of looking in the right area. However, my sense from talking with Urban Everyday Carry is the detent might be lightened up a bit for the production model. The lockup is nice and solid with its frame lock, and that is the end of that sentence. Now, the knife is smooth through the pivot because of its ball bearing system, although lock bar tension as it pivots seems to keep the knife from being a drop shot. And the handle here, it isn't for the largest of hands. It's a good gentleman's knife. And on this gentleman's knife, the thumb ramp pitch jimping feels similar to a Spyderco. And is calling it a gentleman's knife a way of saying it's small? Now, as always, I prefer a half titanium and half micarta to a full titanium when there's an option. G10 or also carbon fiber or another option because it helps lighten up the knife. I don't think both halves need to be titanium if there's, unless there's something special they're doing with the titanium. And all in all, it's a pretty clean and classy looking knife. Two adjectives I don't think I've ever been called, and definitely not at the same time. The titanium pocket clip holds very tight to the pocket, and I ain't saying it's a cold steel clip, but since the comparison would be fresh in my mind, it's tighter than a Spyderco spoon clip. Comparisons. I'm trying to make this a quick look, even though I didn't say the line. And here I think the most apt comparison in size is probably going to be the Para 3, which is still a bit larger and a little bit, more of a fidget knife. I get a sense a certain contingent out there thinks fidget knives are stupid, and that's a take, I guess. So if you're not a fidget knife guy, congratulations. Now the Paramilitary 2 full size, I believe you only need to see this for a few seconds. This has the Flytanium scales on it. Obviously not titanium, it's JG10. And we're going to look at the Winter Blade Co. Factor here, which is a really, really fun and unique knife. It was featured in my Fidget Knives video. Winter Blade Co. is always putting new, cool prototypes on their Instagram feed, so there's always something fun to look at. Let's go for the 941 here. A classic, very lightweight for its size kind of blade, knife total. Doesn't need much further explanation, does it? I think you're aware of this. Oh, I also think I filmed a little Sharp by Design, the new Apex. Here it is. Can't waste a shot. No one wants a shorter review, do they? We're going to wrap it up. Thanks to Urban Everyday Carry for letting me check this knife out. Now, you can pre-order it there for a few more days. The pre-order is closing in early September. I don't think there was a date put on that yet. And you can follow the links below for the pre-order if you want to support the channel. And if you don't follow the links. Say hi to the patrons. They make the 4K magic happen. Let's see, September, we're going to do a little more broader interest videos here because, the Spyderco video did well. And I think the message is do more popular things with broader topics. So that's what I'm going to do. And I guess that's a channel news for you this month. Trying to get people to watch again, Anyway, hope you like the video. Little thumbs up down there. You subscribe, and you can do the little thanks button up top. You see that there. If you'd like to give me a little tip, or not a tip on talk less, not that kind of tip, but if you like a funny little quip I did. Anyway, thanks for watching.